Welcome, friends, to another night of live streaming through Club Passim. Thank you for being here tonight. If you did not know already, if you're a stranger to Club Passim is a nonprofit organization. We live in Harvard Square in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The venue is closed these days due to the pandemic, but we've been streaming shows every night. And as a nonprofit organization, Passim is not just the venue itself. We also run a music school. We have outreach programs. We have our Celtic Festival, BCM Fest. We have the Iguana Music Fund, which gives grants to artists for their programs. And we do all of this with the help and support of folks like you, tuning into these streams these days, but also by becoming members. If you become a member of Passim right now, you are going to help us out tremendously through a difficult time. We are in the middle of our fiscal year end fundraiser. Passim persists. Right there. I did it the right way. It's often very confusing when you're looking at something and it's not a mirror image, it is a correct image. But now I've understood how I need to do this. Please become a member of Passim today. Your donations, your contributions are going to get us through this. If you go to passim.org/donate, thank you, Felice, for asking that question. Passim.org/donate will take you to our donation page. Or if you go to passim.org/support, that is the membership page. And you can become a part of what we're doing. We do ask that you make a donation to this show as well, because this show is going to be split between the artists and other organizations and Passim. But we've been trying to do these as a source of income so we can keep surviving throughout the pandemic while we've been closed. So, like I said, we're in our spring fund drive. Passim persists is the theme. The club has been around now for over 60 years in Harvard Square through 3 different iterations, and we'd like to keep going. So please, please, please become a member of Passim and help Passim persist through this. Like I said, we've been streaming shows every night of the week. Tonight we've got a fantastic show for you. At the end of this month, the last week of this month, we're going to have what we're calling our Passim Persist Festival, where we'll have in-the-round shows for the last week of the month with some of your favorites that are going to be coming through and doing in the round shows, and we're so excited to bring all of that to you. Watch for an online version of our Campfire Festival, which we just had over Memorial Day. We're going to do it over Labor Day as well. Pardon me. It's pollen, I promise you. I'm not sick at all. It's the pollen. And we're so excited to be able to engage this way with folks online when we can't be in the room. We're going to have some streaming shows from the club that will have audienceless shows at first, just to make sure that we're getting into the club and bringing you music through that platform. But we're really excited about the different ways that we can engage with our audience these days. And we have a band tonight that has kind of turned this show. This was going to be an album release show for Ruby Mack tonight. And the album is, on hold right now, as everything is on hold, as people find new ways to finish albums and or not. They might just have to wait for a while until they're able to get back in the studio together. And we are trying to find new ways to engage with an audience and engage with other performers and be part of the great social change that is happening right now. There are awful things that are happening in the world everywhere, mostly being this pandemic, but also awful racism that is just embedded in our society and in many places. And we want to be an agent of the change and help bring a better understanding and a new way forward. And this band that are hosting this night have brought in other artists to help talk about that, and we're thrilled to bring them all on right now. Please welcome all of the 4 members of Ruby Mack.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Matt.
It's so great to see you all.
It's so great to see you,
as
Matt.
well.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, when we knew we weren't going to be able to get in the club together, we started to talk about how are we going to do this. You're a band that does not all live together. You can't do a live performance as such, but we wanted to bring you all on together as people that are just very socially conscious and very progressive in trying to move all of the garbage of this society forward. and make things better. So we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for letting us use this platform to share some voices that we think are incredibly valuable and definitely need to be heard by new audiences everywhere. Cool. Should I get started?
Yeah, why don't we? Well, I'll pull out of the stream here and this is the full Ruby Mack takeover of Club Passim.
Woo!
Bye.
Yeah, we're really excited to be here with everyone. I wish I could see everyone else's face.
I know.
Guys?
This is true. This is true. However, we did see Zoe's mom comment. So, hey, mom.
So keep it rolling, Mom.
Hey, police.
Great. So thank you so much for being here. We have 3 incredible artists lined up today. We wanted to focus on 2 different things, 2 different voices, but also intersectionality, kind of combine them into one. It's June, so it's Pride Month. So we wanted to make sure that we are focusing and highlighting queer voices, but also people of color, to make sure that we're actively doing what we're preaching and giving space for people of color to share their stories and tell us, about their lives. And we can listen and try to be active participants in dismantling, one, white supremacy and the patriarchy. So there's that. But yeah, does anyone else have anything to say before we introduce our first artiste?
I think that it's really important to acknowledge the fact that today is the anniversary of the Pulse nightclub shooting. And I, as a queer person, I feel like it's really important to just take a quick moment before we launch into the performances to honor those lives that were lost that horrible day. Thank you, everyone. Let's continue to advocate for a better world for us all.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Emma. I think it's really important. And yeah, how can we as people just be aware of what things that are going on and do our part as white people, especially to be in the know and to care and to act. So I'm really excited, especially for our first guest. I think I saw them perform at the Red Barn at Hampshire College, I want to say. And I think, Emma, I was with you.
Oh, actually, I remember that.
Do you remember that? Yeah.
College days.
Yeah. And I just remember being so struck by their lyrics, and they're just amazing. So everyone get ready to cry from amazing songs.
No, truly. I actually really was fully in tears the first time that I heard Noah play. It is always such an emotional experience. I feel like they just play straight through your core. So yeah, I'm super excited and honored to have them as a guest tonight.
Since we're sharing the first time that we saw Noah perform, I met Noah at a little house party for
Abby,
Maggie Krause. What?
We were probably at that together and didn't know each other yet.
I think that's actually 100% accurate.
Oh my God.
A meeting of the
So
minds.
basically I was there too and was like, oh shoot.
You were probably like, who is that
human
person crying?
So we're getting a little word that Noah's having technical difficulties. Noah is the band Izzy Coffee. So
yes.
If we're referring to Noah, we're talking about the musical entity Izzy
You
Coffee.
mean
And I believe, and they use they them pronouns. Just if we're referring to they them, that's what they go by. So we're vamping a little bit because they're having some technical difficulties. So Matt mentioned earlier that this was supposed to be our album release show at Passim. And one thing that was really cool, just to update you all on, our lives. We got our masters back today, which was really cool.
Yes.
Everything has been a lot slower, but it's definitely it's happening. It's gonna real. It's definitely delayed, but it will come out. So I know you're all like on the edge of your seats, being like, "Where is it?" So that's that update for you.
The fans, my mom, I can hear her yelling from downstairs. She's getting raucous.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited to release our album. It's got some new songs that have never been heard, and it's got some favorites. So we're excited to have everyone hear it. Is that Travis?
Okay,
barking?
whose dog is that? That is not my dog.
I will say that is marvelous bark of a certain Doc Watson, who
Doc.
Doc is my hound. He is part Chihuahua, and he's very loud right now. I might have to move the show to a different space.
Docky, Mama is performing.
Yeah, Doc Watson was adopted when I was on tour in Austin, Texas with Ruby Mack. And I like to say that I met him on Dog Tinder, and I swiped right, and I took him home, and he's the love of my life.
He's a hilarious
That's true.
pup. She took him on the plane.
Heard it.
He was carried in a small suitcase and was squealing the whole time, and everyone in the airport was like,
Who is that lady?
"Who is that lady?"
He did have quite the squeal when he was a pup. His little disco squeal.
Oh my!
Outside of our dogs, because they are perfect, why don't we share a little bit about how we've been navigating this time as individuals? Because it has been difficult to be apart because we haven't been able to create music together, which is like a huge part of our identities, especially it is our identity as a band. Yeah, so Zoe, anything have you been creating? What's up?
I've been writing a couple new songs recently that I'm excited to bring to the table. I feel like right before everything shut down, we were like on a really roll, and we were like getting some new songs out, and like it was this whole thing, but of course unpredictable. But yeah, I've been writing some new songs. I've been playing some covers, especially learning some Harry Styles songs. I will bring my full poster in this frame if you all so choose and wish.
I mean, if this happens, we won't fight it.
Exactly. But yeah, I've just been trying to write some new stuff and just stay excited for seeing everyone again, you know? But yeah, what about you all?
Yeah, same here. I have been writing a bit, which feels really good. I wish that we were all able to do it in person and share in that way. But yeah, it's been nice to have, you know, just some more time to write. Oh my gosh, Doc. And I've also been taking some time to learn mandolin because what else does one do in quarantine?
Exactly. Hey, yay, that's so exciting. And you're taking like lessons and stuff?
Yes, I am taking lessons.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been really fun, honestly. I feel like it's great for me also because mando is, for those who don't know, the same strings as fiddle, which is what I play. So I, you know, I'm able to figure out what I want to do with solos, but theory-wise, I'm learning so much, which also is so helpful for the songwriting process.
Yeah, I'm excited to now actually have some mandolin in our songs.
Yeah, we had a little grassy.
Oh, Groot. Well, as Zoe comes back, so it looks like our schedule is getting switched around a little bit, and we're going to have Grace Givertz on first instead of Izzy Coffee. And they're tuning right now.
There she is.
This is news to me. I was like, wait, surprise. I was just like hanging out back here. I was like, you know, I'm going to take the opportunity to tune, you know, just like chill out. I did try and do like my actual setup, but
you're perfect.
I was trying to order bee pollen, and I got really like down the hole of trying to find local bee pollen. It's really not as easy as it should be. And then I forgot to put on a bra, and then I realized that all of it, and I was like, you know what? This is I feel like the best representation of how I have been. So
Perfect.
you know what?
Let's do it.
Arrive as you are.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the gig.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All you can do is get to the gig and you are
Oh,
here.
that banjo twang.
My banjo
We love
is
to hear it.
so. Betty is. If you've ever heard me play, you know that Betty, my banjo, we always say a prayer for her before the show, just to ensure that she stays in tune, and she never does. She's a blasphemous little butthole, but a lot
Awesome.
should stay in. Close
She
enough.
sounds
Human.
amazing.
Thank you. We're gonna pretend like she does, and I'm gonna say yes, thank you. And
Well,
it is cool.
if you are ready, and we apologize for springing this on you, but thank
No,
you
it's
for
fine.
your
I was just sitting here.
flexibility.
I was like, no, you're good.
I would love to intro you and for you to get started, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's.
Oh wait,
that's
wait,
cool.
wait.
What?
Yeah, can we have you play a song first, and then we'll get into some questions? Is that cool?
I will do whatever you want, Abby.
I appreciate it, just because there's been a lot of talking, and so it just shifted our
I love talking.
outline.
You
Cool.
all
Oh
know
no, I
that.
love talking to you. I just mean like before we were vamping, you know what I mean? All right. This is Grace. Hello. Grace Givertz is a Boston-based indie folk singer-songwriter who actually works at Passim. Hello. And with a large voice packed into a tiny body, Grace pairs her witty and honest lyrics with various instruments to bring a refreshing sound to folk. So we can't wait to hear your banjo. Rip it away.
Thank you. You're only getting the banjo today. I say I'm a
Thank God.
multi-instrumentalist, but I'm a minimalist today.
More banjo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Banjo for life.
I am gonna just play the song and we'll talk later.
Great.
Amazing. Perfect.
If I remember my own song. All right. I'm stuck in limbo. I'm not flexible enough to get by. I lost my mind in my money in a city that's so nice. The city lights, they shine so bright. Where is my ending of happiness? This brick road's only yellow 'cause it's covered in peace and caution lines. Even in the warmth, I am shivering cold, and I am growing old in a city I felt someone's audio clipped, so it just sounded like the Grim Reaper saying yeah. But I'm fine with that.
The Grim Reaper was saying yeah.
The Grim Reaper stands.
Yeah.
Does the Grim Reaper have a lower voice? Because if so, it might have been me because I put in my headphones.
I bet it was you.
No, it definitely wasn't you. Because I heard you. There's just a guest on the call, and we don't know where
There's
they
just
are.
a guest. It's the Grim Reaper. But we invited him. That song was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We're
Thanks,
so happy
y'all.
you're here.
Thank you for having me. I think,
Of course.
yeah, this is really special. So thank you.
So
Thank you.
I was wondering, as somebody who has definitely been having the quintessential roller coaster journey of quarantine, how have you been coping with this time? Like, how are you? How is your soul?
I'm terrible, y'all. I'm really bad.
What have you been?
Yep.
I'm like not even gonna BS it. I'm freaking terrible, and I cry a lot, and I eat a lot, and I'm almost done with community, and
Oh no.
yeah, I'm really not great.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I am dwindling very quickly.
That's real.
But I think as long as I can admit it and I can ask for help, and I know when to ask for help, and I know when to keep myself in check, then I'll be fine.
I love that. The candidness is so appreciated.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I appreciate that so much. I think definitely such a hard thing during this quarantine has been actually having to ask for help and really reach for it across technology, especially too.
Yeah, I live by myself. So is the doggy back? Hello, dog. I live by myself, and it's been really hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. I live with my mom. It's pretty chill.
Lucky.
But
my mom's watching this, and
so is mine. And I definitely would feel really crazy if I lived alone. So I empathize.
Are there any like specific rituals or like daily sort of routines that you have for yourself to like maintain a certain level of like inner calm, or have we just like thrown that out the window? It's totally fine if that's...
I feel like I'm seeing all these people and they're like, let me put this, and I'm not dissing anyone who's able to do this, because good for you, but there's all these people who are like, in the morning I make a gratitude list and I do all of these things. I like do a face mask. I do one good thing for myself a day. I'm like, the good thing for me is waking up in the morning, and that's okay. Like that's okay. And I don't feel like people are being honest enough with themselves and the people around them to say like, yo, I'm having a really bad time here. And yeah, but
I one time, that reminds me, I one time had this this teacher who taught like social justice theory in college, and she said sometimes the greatest social justice, or like the greatest act of social justice is like literally getting yourself out of bed in the morning. And sometimes your best looks like total trash, but it is your best, like the best you can do. And for some reason, that barometer and that perspective has been like a really guiding force for me. So I definitely feel that, like, just getting up.
Yeah, it's
being able to just get up.
That sentiment is beautiful, because I have been very quiet the past few weeks, in that I hesitated saying yes to this because I have been hibernating, and I just don't know what to say about everything right now. And I was like, you know what? Black people are the only people who have an excuse right now to be silent. Like, everybody else,
so
wreak havoc. Please do it for me. Thank you, puppy, for wreaking havoc. I appreciate it. But yeah, so it's getting dark in here, and I'm not even gonna, it's perfect for the mood that I'm going for today.
A little natural mood lighting.
Open. We're getting the moon, the sky, and then the open D banjo. You know, we're really going for it.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And yeah, honestly, we will wreak havoc for you. You just take your time. You do
Thank you.
Seriously.
I appreciate that.
You showing up is on this stream is we're just so thankful that you're here, and like just your songs are amazing. I can't wait to hear more. So
thank you.
Yeah.
We're really happy to have you.
You are kind. You are very kind. Yeah, I think something that kind of sucks about being alone with your thoughts all the time is that like you like listen to your songs and you're like, wow, I remember how hurt I was during that time, and I'm hurt again. Like, okay,
and you're like,
happened how long ago? But I'm over here like, I'm still sad about it. Like, oh,
I'm gonna dredge it up just for the fun of it.
It's like there's this TikTok that was sent to me, and it's I don't do the TikToking, so I had regardless.
Who does?
I don't. People do it. I don't know, but it was a dog getting to the top of the stairs, and he was running, and he was like me going into 2020, and then when he gets to the top of the stairs, it says 2020, and then he falls and rolls, and I like think that's a great indicator of my mental health in this. But you know what?
You're here. You made it.
Betty's somewhat in tune.
Sounds amazing.
She's arriving as she is.
The pre-show prayers are working.
Why don't you want to play us another song, and then we can ask you another question when we get back?
I was already on top of it.
You're perfect.
I moved a mile away from the place where it all started. It feels foreign. Kissed me in that kitchen. Now I've got one weekend dancing for you, baby. You live down the street from me. 1 a.m. we're watching Twin Peaks. It was lovely. She went out of tune. It's okay. There we go. Last year today, I realized I love you and I'll never change. I wish you would stay. This year today, I watched as you drove away from my place. I just miss your face. Frankly, I miss you. Now I'm in my tiny room, and my bed feels big without you. your hair on my bed sheets. I still smell you, and it kills me 'cause your had a ring last year, last week. I slept in on you came to me in my dreams, and you laid with me. This year, this week, you slept here next to me, and now I sleep alone. I just miss your skin. Frankly, I miss you. I miss you more than polar bear. Miss the glacier. And I miss you more than I can bear. Thanks. Thank you very much.
So
Yay.
beautiful.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
I always play that song on guitar, so every time I play it on banjo, I'm like, why did I do this? I get like a quarter of the way, and I was like, what have I done to myself?
And all you can do is just keep on going.
That's
Well,
life, isn't it?
the banjo sounds so beautiful. So
Really?
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Good. Good.
This is also, you're talking to 4 huge banjo fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, But guys, how do you feel about out of tune banjos? Like,
Amazing.
All banjos are out of tune.
that's fair. That is very fair.
That's part of their quintessential charm. It's a haunting, high lonesome sound that can't be recreated as any other instrument.
It's true.
Let's also be real.
That's why nothing sounds good. I feel like I need to turn on a light. I feel like it's.
I know. I feel like that too. It just got so dark.
I just
It's like-
literally picked up my salt lamp and put it next to myself on the bed.
What if I
That's
like?
so- that's such a good idea.
Cauldron.
Oh, that's cursed if I do it like that, isn't it?
Just wait for it. You can ask me a question while I'm over here dealing with
Awesome.
this.
Oh,
One
one
thing-
other. Oh, sorry. Do you mind if I go, Ab?
Sure.
Just one thing that I was going to say too is, and we were kind of touching on this prior to you singing your last song, but just how, yeah, like kind of how Emma was saying as well, like getting up in the morning is sometimes just such an act of social justice. And Felice had a comment in the live chat and said it's also an act of social justice to just be honest about how you're doing so we don't perpetuate keeping up face. So just thank you again, Grace, for showing up as yourself and your real self.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I haven't been on the internet very much at all. And the Boston Globe reached out to me week before last, and I almost missed it because I'm not going on the internet. So I responded like 5 days later, and I was like, hi. So yeah, I was able to speak with the Globe. They put that up today, which was really
awesome.
really nice, highlighting 5 Black artists and how this second pandemic, quite frankly, is affecting them. And it's the first time I've been able to kind of just like say anything, and it's not even scratching the surface. But yeah, there are Cliff Notes is in there. There's a bunch of different Boston artists who beautifully put their words. And they asked us to take selfies to do like for our pictures, kind of because like this, it's a real representation. Me in front of cactuses. I haven't looked like that in about 6 months. Let's be real. But I was contemplating. I was like, do I take this picture without makeup or with makeup? And I was like, when was the last time I wore makeup? I was like, I'm not going to put on. And then I thought the same thing for here. And I'm like, you know what? I feel good when I put on makeup. Don't get me wrong. And I did it for a job interview. Like I feel good. I've done it for my past live streams. But right now I'm just like, kind of to your point, I don't need to put on faces right now. Like there's
no reason to.
Just being myself. And I feel almost like I can be myself more this way. You're in my house. I'm not wearing a bra. Just really.
I mean, same.
Honestly,
really.
never.
One thing that I absolutely love, and I think a lot of other people love, and Abs touched upon it, is that when you play, you almost like invite people into your like personal space. It is so intimate and warm, and I just really wanted to say that I appreciate that.
Thanks, buddy.
And another question that we had for you was, how have any or all facets of your identity affected your experience in the music industry?
That's a loaded question, Abby.
I know, and I'm sorry if you don't want to ask it.
We also have a more easier question if you don't want to.
No.
Okay.
That's a loaded question because I have like a Philly cheesesteak sized answer.
Yes. Lay it on us. We're hungry.
And it's like 4 hours later, you're like, guys, we need to finish this live stream. But I think, and this is, so I touch upon it a little bit before, but I love working at Club Passim, and I love all of you more than I can express. And I've always been aware of something as a not only a person of color playing folk music, but a Black person playing folk music. I've always been aware that most people, if you ask them to, and not, it's not anything like I'm saying to be mean. It's just, if you ask a lot of people, oh, who's a Black folk artist? They'll be like, oh yeah, Rhiannon Giddens, oh, Carolina Chocolate Drops. And it's like, okay, can you name anybody outside of that? And the answer for most people is no. And that's not okay. Because if someone was like, oh, can you name some like female folk artists, or can you name any man folk artist? Then there's an endless list. And so that's something that I've always felt really strongly about, is bringing inclusivity into folk music and being able to make it an accessible genre, because there's so many people who stray away from folk, country, Americana, because it's almost like, oh no, that's not what I am. I don't want to do that. I'm going to be oppressed there. I don't want to do that. So there's it's just inherently not a welcoming space. And I think that it's not out of any malice. I think it's just a problem that isn't seen if it's all white people there. Like, you don't know what you don't know. And it was something that I really became passionate about when I started working at Passim. Because it was a rare day when I saw someone walk into Passim that looked like me, and that wasn't lost on me. So I have worked really hard, and I know the club is working so hard to continue that fight of inclusivity. And I am grateful and I'm thankful for the reception to the feedback that I've had. Because it's not an easy conversation to have when you're one of the only people of color on a staff, and you're like, I know that these people are the kindest human beings in the world, and I know they want nothing but the best for me and the rest of my community. But even then, it's freaking petrifying. So I just want to say thank you to Passim for everything that you have continued to do for me, and for standing up in a place in folk music that has a lot of cobwebs on it, and it's like the root of folk music, and no one's opened that up since great
Ever?
question. But yeah, so that's definitely not been lost on me, I think. But the thing that's changed is that now that I feel like I have some folk to talk to, and I'm able to like reach a larger community now that I like work at Club Passim and that I've been playing more shows. It's really almost like daunting to think that I need to say something, because I feel like what I have to say has to be perfect and it has to be right, because I might be the only Black voice, tangible Black voice that some people hear, and that is so much responsibility, and we just need to fix this world so that there are tangible Black voices in every community, every workplace, everywhere you go. I don't want to see another room where I'm surrounded by white people. I don't want to see another folk festival where I go to and I'm the only Black person of like the 10,000 people I'm seeing, and people are commenting on how beautiful my skin is. I don't want that anymore. And if we're going to do anything about it, we need to step up, and we need to make change. We can't just say that we're going to do this. We have to do it. We can't we can't just say we're going to do it. And I think we've been saying we're going to do it forever. And there's no time like the present. And I ramble, but yes, that is how.
No, that was a perfect ramble. I don't even know that I would call that a ramble, but like, thank you so much for sharing all of those thoughts. I think that, yeah, just the fact that you feel that pressure to have what you say be perfect, because it often, like so often it sounds like you feel like you are the only Black voice that people might hear. Like that is just in itself so unjust and so unfair. And I think that, you know, especially like also the point you made that, you know, Blackness is at the heart of folk, and not just like a peripheral thing, and just how backwards it's seen and perceived in society is so wild. Like, and we've been talking about the banjo so much, like banjo is of African origin. Like, hello? Like, what? And yeah, like, you know, the bluegrass festivals that Zoe and I go to over the summer, like you don't see really any, I don't think there's any Black performers at all. There's one, I think, Black friend that we've had that comes, and it's just wild that, yeah, like the origins of this music is Black, yet like where are all the Black people? It's not that they don't exist.
Yeah, it's just that we've kind of been excluded from the genre we created.
Yep.
Is there, not to put you on the spot, are there artists that you want to like recommend to folks to check out that have been influential to you, or that you just like love?
Yeah, one of my biggest influences, and I love her with my entire body and soul, is Odetta. I think she's a classic, but she was one of the first Black female guitar players that I had ever seen and ever heard. And then I heard her voice and I heard her passion, and I was like, excuse me? And I think that you could touch on musicians like Elizabeth Cotton, and I think it's sad that I have to almost try and rack my brain right now to think of modern day Black folk artists. Like there's Layla McCalla, of course, there's Rhiannon Giddens, but those are like, it's just, we should have more names on that list, and it should be a no-brainer. It shouldn't have to be a thing like, okay, let me start thinking, who am I going to mention that like you might actually know? Like I can drop some people's names after I like actually put it in my mind on the chat before this stream ends. But I feel like I've been going on for so long. I'm so sorry.
No, please.
Not at all. Do not apologize.
Yeah, don't apologize. And we're so happy to like hear you and have this conversation with you.
Thank you.
It's really awesome. And yeah, if you do think of anything, throw it in the chat, and we would love to help start getting those names out there. And I personally would like to listen to more. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, maybe we can get a list going, like, and just be able to post that on Instagram too.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Kaya Cater?
Oh my gosh. I was introduced by Abby. Well, Abby Altman. There's so many Abbies.
Who's behind the scenes right now?
But yeah, no, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Red lip queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can I play one
would
more?
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were just about to ask.
Please.
We would love to hear.
I have not played this song for anyone but my mom.
This is a treat.
It's gonna be a lot if I pause, if I start crying, if I mess up, just bear with me.
Absolutely.
Because it's a lot. But yeah, my entire family has been shaken to its core since before I was born. And this is something that I've always struggled sharing. But I feel like especially now, it just needs to be said, and people need to recognize that this happens to people that you know. My grandfather on February 18th, 1997 was murdered, and by a white woman who is up for parole this year. Were the tables turned, he would be in there for life, and with no even thought of parole. And I just want people to think and realize that, think of all these Black children who are left without their parents, and then don't come to me saying, oh, well, I don't know why the Black community is so in such unrest. I don't know why everyone's like freaking out. It's like, because they don't have parents anymore. They don't have a family anymore. And it's absolutely disgusting that so many people and so many fathers and mothers die by the people who are supposed to protect us. And my Papi Ted wasn't a victim of police brutality, but he was a victim of gun violence. And it's just a systemic thing that needs to change. And I've been having a really hard time kind of like putting into words how everything has affected me and how I've been feeling. But the other night, I woke up and my grandpa was really heavy on my heart. And I picked up my banjo and I wrote this song, and I'm gonna just play it. Thank you for giving me the space to do so. I appreciate that. Again, sorry if it messes up, but taught my mother to stand, tall and hold up her head, kill them with kindness, he said. But how can I be kind when they look me in the eye and watch us die? How can I be brave when all I know is how to be afraid? I hope to be half the man my papa was someday. Mama says I had my papa's eyes. She told me to be kind, 'cause it will kill them in time. I'd like to think she wouldn't lie. How can I father, mama said, lives on in you. Sandra couldn't drive fast enough. They're out here killing our young Trayvon and Samir, our kids who should be here. And Papa couldn't outrun the gun. Hey, Papa could outrun the gun. Mama couldn't run fast enough. I can't breathe. Is all joy generic a scream? Mama is older than her father was when Dagmar wielded a gun. My papa was too young to be found dead by his son. I am angry, I'm afraid, and I've been scared since too young and lame, that I'll end up like my papa one day. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That is such an
Thank
incredible
you.
song. Thank you for
Wow.
sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the space too and putting up with Betty. Big Betty.
Awesome. Well,
Wow.
we thank you so much for joining us. We're going to transition to our next performer, but we're so grateful that you shared us your thoughts and your stories and your songs, and we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me. I love you guys very much.
Thank you so much. We love you back.
Yeah.
And
I'll
everyone
see-
make sure... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I'll see you soon, but...
Yeah, absolutely. And
Have at
everyone make sure you go follow Grace on every
Follow
social
Grace.
media. Get to their gigs, next time we can all see each other. And
Buy her music.
yeah, buy her music.
I have the minimum order for vinyl was 500. I think it was. No, it was 500. No, it's 250. Anyway, I have a stupid amount of vinyl in my kitchen. Please buy it. Please buy it. I have been putting, when people buy them recently, I've been putting stickers on the boxes. There might even be I don't, you know what? Bandcamp.
That's a great quarantine gift.
Yeah.
You can send it to the people you love.
Or to yourself. Or both.
Or yourself. Or both.
I
Also,
honestly,
just
it's good for everyone.
Just for the record, Grace's merch is all beautiful. So, as someone who has seen it with their eyes, everyone go find that.
Thank you.
As opposed to their elbows. Just kidding.
My album sucks, but the merch.
Wow. Oh. Positive.
No, the album
thinking
and the merch are.
Thank you for your words. Thank you for your story. Thank you for sharing the space with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving this space to us. Thank you.
We're so happy to be able to host this. You're such a fun, cool person. So thanks for joining us today. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you in the club.
Oh, see you in the club. Okay,
all
well,
right.
Hey y'all, it's just us again.
Hey y'allsins.
Who do we have next?
Well, it looks like we have Oh, yay! The technical difficulties are being solved by the amazing behind the scenes. Yay!
Oh, yay!
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
You'll never believe it, but it took me just exactly that long to figure it out.
Oh my God, we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad.
With that.
Cool. And I have my grandma next to me, so
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
welcome.
Wonderful.
you know,
That's so great.
my dog. So yeah,
A family affair. That's awesome.
it's a whole thing. I'm using her iPad. It's a lot, but we figured it out.
Perfect. Well, we're so lucky to have you here. So, for everyone watching right now, this is Noah of Izzy Coffee. And yeah, we are, oh my gosh, I'm so pumped to hear you. Like we were saying earlier, just every time you play, my heart just breaks into a million and two pieces. And it's just like the epitome of how I feel folks should feel.
Wow, that's sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all true. I'm not just saying it. It's just like, it's so mind blowing.
That's very sweet.
Should we
True.
get into a song or should we ask a question?
What do you
should we
feel like,
do?
Noah?
Yeah, so I don't think I have any capacity for questions.
Cool.
Personally.
Okay.
Songs
Awesome.
it is.
I would love to share some songs.
We would love that.
And I'm so grateful to be able to hear Grace talk about their experience. That's really important. So, yeah, I'm here to add a little of my song stuff to this
Perfect.
night, and I'm gonna plug in my my headphones real quick so you can hear me better.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay.
Without further ado.
I'm also in little cramped quarters, so don't mind me. I'm gonna be like figuring it out. One of my favorite songs to play is by And the Kids, which I'm sure some people streaming in know them.
Oh, yeah.
Still one of my favorite bands. It's so funny. I met them when I was 14, I think, in Western Mass, and like since then they've just like stayed my favorite band. So I love playing their music, and I thought it'd be fun to play that first.
Awesome.
Okay. I don't keep on. Glory, glory, I'm a drinker. I blame it on the Lord. I pretend to play my part. I'm a pretender at heart. I've been picking up floor milk. I know how to stop talking. I've been bathing in dirty water. I know how to wash my sins. Glory, glory, there's a white owl. The earth is under me. The wings are over me. I've begun to fall asleep. I've been picking up flour milk. I know how to stop talking. I've been bathing in dirty water. I forgot how to wash my sins. And I don't give a damn if you find out. Ooh. I've acquired an ache from the distance. All the sitting around makes me all anxious to leave. Get up and forgive me. Get up and forgive me. Sick of picking up floor milk. I know how to talk to people. I've been bathing in dirty water. I know how to wash my sins. And there's nothing I will learn if I don't try. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We'll say that, we'll say we're okay, we'll say that, we'll say we're okay, we'll say that, we'll say we're okay, we'll say that, we'll say we're okay now, say you're 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 okay now. We'll say that, we'll say we're okay, we'll say that, we'll say we're okay, we'll say that, we'll say we're okay, we'll say that, we'll say we're okay now, say we're okay now. Thank you. I hope that people can hear me. I don't know if it's working, but we'll see. What did I had a list somewhere. Oh yeah, my friend Courtney requested this song. I don't know if she's on here, but this is a song that I wrote kind of around the time that I met in the kids, I guess, when I was like 14. But it's a song that I like to play, so it's called The Circle Song.
Can you get feedback to hear whether they can hear you?
Oh, there's my grandma. Hey. I just got 2 texts that it's working.
Good.
So here we are. Oh, Courtney's here. Well, I've been walking in the same damn circle for hours, just trying to find you, but I can't find you. And you've been walking in the same damn circle for hours, just trying to find me, but you can't find me. And we don't realize we're walking in the same damn circle. No, we don't realize we're walking in the same damn circle. And we've been walking for hours. And I've been staring at your same blue eyes for hours, just trying to find you, but I can't find you. And we've been staring at the same blue sky for hours, and we are up there, walking in the same damn circle. Walking for hours, and we've been walking for hours, and we've been walking for days. walking for hours, and we've been walking for hours, and we've been walking for days, and we've been walking for hours, and we've been walking for hours, and we've been walking for days. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay. I have one more song to sing. It's an original song. It never got on any recorded albums yet, but I hope that soon it will be. So it's called Something to Hide. And yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's very distracting having so many affirmations coming from your text messages right next to you. I'm just going to turn it over. I haven't played this song in a while, so I hope I can remember all the words. I place the weight of the world on top of a picture you sent me in August, and I will admit to the burning and breaking of all of the clocks in my basement. Everyone's got a book that they're working on, probably covering their history. But I'd write a book about creatures who live in the depths of the ocean, who never come up anymore. And everyone's got a song about rivers and rowing across with their boyfriends. But maybe it's not all that simple to love all the ghosts in our bodies and start swimming across. 'Cause everybody's got something to hide, at least when we're on our first date. And I will admit that the gold that we hold is the best of companions, the bricks that we lay. 'Cause everybody's got something to hide, at least when we're trying to swim over. And I will admit that the gold that we hold in our bodies is genius and worth so much more than we know. Cause everybody's got something to hide, at least when we're on our first date. And I met a lady, she knew my name. I am, maybe I know my name. distance from all the streams. I am here, I am here, 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 here. 'Cause everybody's got something to Cool. Thanks so much, y'all. I think that's all they wrote.
Thank
Maybe.
you. That was
But-
amazing.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I got it to work. And I
Oh,
was
we're
able
so
to
glad
be
too.
here, so I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. This is what I'm talking about. My heart's just like on the ground somewhere. Oh,
So sweet. I know I miss playing with you a lot.
I know, you
wish I
too.
could do that.
Honestly, the best times.
It's very true.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for
Well.
joining us, Noah. And we are so excited to have shows with you in the future and just to keep the ball rolling. Yeah, you're just amazing. So thanks
And
for
please-
coming.
Please, for anyone listening, please visit their website and make a point of purchasing their music. Music is not free, and people work hard to make their music and record their music. And their music is just hauntingly, heartbreakingly beautiful, rips your soul out and builds it anew. So put your money where your mouth is and support these incredible artists. People rely on your contributions to live and continue to make their art. So thank you so much, Noah. Your music is just incredible. It's haunting.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
Awesome.
They're so good.
They are amazing. Just
My dog
brings
just
me right back.
Ida. That's a new dog for those of you who are on the dog
Yes.
watching.
I'm essentially a single mom of 2 dogs. So unfortunately, when they need something, I have to, I'm the only one who can respond to their needs.
Ida.
She's
Well,
Ida Red, the folk song. Whoa, sorry guys.
well, that is definitely a cue. Thank you guys. Thank you. Whoever is watching, thank you so much for joining us and
Yeah.
letting us share these important voices with you and hear the beautiful music and just hold the space together in a time of uncertainty. Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Oh,
Matt.
hey.
Hey, Matt.
Oh, hey. You're here?
Yeah, well, I was hanging out in the background. What a thrill! Thank you so much for putting this together. To all of Ruby Mack here for putting this together. Thanks for bringing Grace on and for introducing us to Noah. That was fantastic. So we're still learning ourselves and still finding out about some of the great artists that are out there. So thanks for being a conduit for helping us find more great music. And thanks to you for opening up these conversations like that. Really important stuff.
Thank you, Matt, for the platform and for being so supportive of independent music making. We are eternally grateful for the past.
So grateful.
Well, we love you and we can't wait to have you back in the room again.
We can't wait to be back in the room.
I know. It's rough.
I was
It's
like,
rough.
just go and sit in there.
Can we just go sit outside?
We can go and sit in there.
We cry.
We'll each sit in a corner. We'll be fine.
Exactly.
Just to also clarify for anyone who's watching, we had some technical difficulties with Maldivisa, and so she will not be joining us, which is unfortunate, but definitely check out her music, and yeah, you won't be disappointed, I promise.
Yeah, visit everyone's websites, everyone's social media, and please buy their music and support.
And also make sure to keep following Ruby Mack on all the social media platforms and watch for that new record. So
Yes, do that.
Thanks,
Yes,
Matt. We
yes,
forgot
Thanks,
about
absolutely.
that.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Well, thanks to everyone so much for tuning in. Please do make sure you visit passim.org/donate to make a donation to the organization as we go through our spring fund drive here. Passim persists, but also make sure you make a donation at passim.org/stream, because that's where we're going to be splitting donations with the artists tonight. So we're thrilled to have you here. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. We're going to be back tomorrow with Tall Tall Trees, and then we've got our Iguana Music Fund Recipients Night on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. Plus our Passim Persists Festival the last week of June. A lot of great artists are going to be part of that. Thanks again for bringing your talent, your voices, your thoughts and ideas here. It's such an important thing for us to have these conversations.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
us.
Matt. And
Thank
thanks,
you.
Passim.
And to all those listening, stay healthy, have heart, don't be afraid. We're going to get through this together, and together we rise.
That's great. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Love you.
Mwah.